Orange County Registrar of Voters, and I needed to file in person. I would not be a candidate for re-election in 2020 unless I got there in the next 27 hours. But what I didn't say was that the administrative mistake my staffer made with the ballot deadline felt like a divine sign that I did not belong in Congress. Stephanie peppered me with logistical questions. What time was my flight to California? Were there any alternative flights if I missed my connection? How did this happen? Why didn't this get taken care of earlier? Whose fault was this? Never mind, we'll figure that out later. You can do this. You can still make it, she said, her peppy demeanor returning. No, I said, swiping at my tears. I don't want to. It's just too hard. Writing this, I realized I sounded like a toddler, but I felt like a toddler, powerless against forces that were stronger than me, and out of solutions except rage. Stephanie reminded me how hard I'd worked to get there, and told me I couldn't give up now that I had finally won. Re-election every 2 years is just part of the process, she counseled. She told me that I was doing a great job and recounted a few stories of my success in congressional hearings, holding powerful men to account. I appreciated the flattery, but I was not having it. I told Stephanie that I didn't care if I was good at being in Congress. I did not want to find a way or juggle or get creative. I was so tired that I couldn't see straight. I didn't want to hear that I'd laugh about it later, or that maybe yoga would help me relax, or any of the other cold comforts that get offered to working moms on the brink of ugly choices. I escalated my voice as much as appropriate given our fine dining surroundings. Listen to me. I'm beyond exhausted. My kids are suffering and angry. Congress is frustrating and broken, and I don't fit in here. I cannot do it. During my first year in Congress, people had asked me almost every day, "How do you do it?" While I successfully deflected with phrases like, "Don't look behind the curtain," and proffered platitudes like, "one day at a time," I screamed on the inside. I was angry with Congress as an institution, and I was angry at myself for signing up to work in a system built for the benefit of old, rich, white men. While my colleagues marveled at sitting in the same chamber as our founding fathers, I was seething that those men not only had wives, but servants or even slaves to do their bidding while they endlessly debated in Washington, without any worry about their children getting to bed on time or doing their homework. "But you can do it, Katie," Stephanie countered. I then asked Stephanie the question I had asked myself every day for that year. "Oh yeah? Then why am I the only single mother of young kids to serve in Congress?" But I didn't give her the chance to answer. I knew why, and I had finally said it out loud. It was just too hard. When Congresswoman Donna Shalala arrived, she was oblivious to the tension in the room as Stephanie and I stared each other down. Donna, always happy to talk about herself and her accomplishments, diverted Stephanie. I retreated to eating my breakfast, having gotten the last word. Sharice Davids and Susan Wild, also newly elected freshmen, arrived next, giving me sympathetic looks when they saw my puffy red eyes and smudged mascara. Both had their own challenges and hardships that year, but they seemed to me to be hanging on, if not bustling around importantly like Donna. At the end of the meal, Stephanie held me back as the others departed. She was pointed. "Will you promise to fly to California this afternoon?" I agreed to get on the plane, departing in just 5 hours after I attended a hearing. But I still had an off-ramp. Stephanie had made me promise to travel to California, not to sign the candidate paperwork for re-election. The ballot fiasco